Right, so you'll receive your contract shortly before you leave. It'll come to you with a courier service from Korea or from the Gold Key office. Basically, it looks like this. It's a contract accompanied by a notice of appointment, and usually an INSA, important notice for successful applicants, which gives you a lot of very important information about flight dates, where and when to report in Korea, and other details. So let's go through them one by one. First of all, the contract. This is going to have your name at the top. In the top right hand corner here, it's going to have typically have a code number written most often in pencil. This is a unique code for your work visa. Your visa has been pre-approved in Korea by the Korean Immigration Office. So the local Korean embassy that you send this to will look on their computer, use search with this number, and that'll confirm to them that your visa has been approved. As a result, the visa application process is very quick. Typically takes the embassy three, maybe 4 working days. All right, so your name will appear. Don't worry if it's not your full name, first name and surname typically. The salary level that they indicate might be a level lower than what you understand you're getting. Typically this happens if you were busy finishing off your TEFL certificate and had not yet submitted the certificate for your TEFL training, so that information was not available to them when they printed and wrote up the contract. But don't worry about this. There are 3 copies of the contract. This copy that comes to you in your home country is the immigration copy. This will go on your immigration file and is simply a document to prove or give explanation as to why you were issued with a working visa. There'll be a second and a third copy of your contract that you will sign in Korea when you arrive, and on those copies your salary level will be adjusted, because by that time you are going to obviously have the TEFL certificate with you to confirm and provide documentary evidence that you are on the higher salary level. Right, so the contract's written in Korean and in English. We suggest you make a photocopy of it, just for your records, and sometimes it's good to have a photocopy at the airport when you fly, because on occasion airlines get a bit nervous about you flying to Korea on a one-way ticket, so you can show them a copy of the contract. Here at the bottom of the contract you will see the employer and employee blocks for signing. The employer will either have a signature of the Korean Education Office, one of the officials, or sometimes it'll be a stamp. But you need to pay attention to this empty block over here. Typically in the bottom right hand corner it says employee. You need to put your full signature in there. So please be aware, some contracts are printed back to back, and you do need to sign your name at the bottom of each and every page. If any of these signatures are missing, the contract's invalid. Okay, so there's a number of pages. Double check that you've signed the bottom of each and every page. If you want to have a look at the contracts in advance, there is an example of the contract on the Gold Key website that you can download as a PDF file and have a close look at. Then here on the final page, one last time you're going to sign your name in the bottom right hand corner, and here you're going to put your full signature. You can put your full signature there and here, or initial here. Write out your full name as it appears in your passport, and write out your passport number. When you send your visa application off to the embassy, you have to send the original signed contract. It's important that this original gets sent to the embassy. The embassy will keep it and pass it on to the Korean Immigration Office. It's also important that you include the notice of appointment. Unfortunately, you don't get to keep this. This the Korean government keeps on their records to authenticate your contract. This, however, you do keep. We also make this available to you in digital format, usually sending it to you by email and WhatsApp. But this is very important, so do read it through very thoroughly. There's a whole lot of important arrival information, arrival dates, arrival times. And here on the last page you'll find the name, address and phone number of all the education officers in Korea. You need to find the one that corresponds with what appears on your contract, and this information you're going to fill in on your visa application, which is dealt with in a separate video. So there it is, the standard Korean public school contract.